You know.
Yeah.
So how did it get there?
Yeah, that kind of shit amazes me too.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how did they get to the pyramid? They got they got airways and pathways and stuff all up inside there. You know, so when they built that thing, man, you realize that it's in the same position of the Orion's belt, right? You know how Orion's belt's like this? It's got star, star, and then one to the side.
Yeah.
All right, that's where Sagittarius, he's pulling the bow. All right, well, the pyramids are in the same alignment as the Orion's belt. The Orion's belt is the point, actually, the center of the universe. Whenever 2012 came and all those planets aligned, you remember that?
Hmm.
That was they aligned in the center of the Orion's belt. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
And look, I got a picture. I took a picture of the sun when it was happening, and like I had all kind of red orbs around the sun. I mean, about 8 or 9 of them, like big. Look, like big circle red orbs all the way around, around the sun. I was like, the hell? And then I zoomed in. Guess what it was?
Hmm.
It was all them planets coming together, and all I was catching is like the heat source or the energy source from the camera. But I got it, big red circle, perfect circle, and some of them you see the planets. Zoom in and you see like Jupiter and all that. So I caught the planets merging in the air on camera. So did. I'm filling your head with too much, huh? I'm just throwing stuff at you to see how you know how you what you think about it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, that big stone. I mean, I just don't understand where did it come from, and who could possibly have moved that thing? You know?
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
used to have a program on TV that showed all these mysterious things.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the people,
Amazing something.
yeah, so the people would know, and I used to love watching that
Yeah,
because it showed you stuff that it seemed like it'd be hard to have an answer for.
right,
They didn't have an answer, still searching for that answer.
right, right, right. Man, there's a lot of bullcrap in the world too. A lot of lying, a lot of deceiving, a lot of you know uh, fabricating stories just to make it, like Area 51, the aliens are here, so they make
Yeah.
money off of that. So of course they're gonna promote that.
Oh, absolutely.
Not saying it's not true. It's just that there's a lot of fabrications as well.
Right. They
Okay,
added a little bit of drama to it.
exactly, like a soap opera. Okay,
Mhm.
same thing. Everything is the same thing. It's just blow it up. Now you got to really get down to the core of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like say for instance, the Samaritan tablets, the cuneiform. They they what do you call it? Whenever you read it, but you gotta figure it out what it says. What's that called? Um, like they read them hieroglyphics, but they couldn't understand them until later on when they got to the Rosetta Stone and had the cuneiforms in 3 different languages, and then they was able to decipher,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
and decipher, and then they knew what they were saying. The Samaritans there had 25 leaders, and each leader lived 1,000 years. So they reigned for 25,000 years, according to them.
Yeah.
All right. Now, these are gods. These people may have been, Gabby, what are you doing? These people may have been the offspring of the angels that came down and had sex with women. The Bible says that the angels came down. Now, what you think their offspring is going to be? Demigod. And it happened. Giants and people with telekinesis and people with, I have the ability to, I'm a, let's see, what is it? Um, I'm so confused right now. Clairvoyant. I'm clairvoyant. I have a really strong sixth sense, very strong sixth sense, you know, like spider sense. um, and I've seen dead people, and I've actually got a dream, and a dead person revealed itself to me in my dream, or somehow or another communicated with me while I was sleeping on the boat. 3 o'clock in the morning in Deville, Donaldsonville. We're in the middle of the river, and I'm having a dream about. All right, I'm at church, but we outside. We're in a pond, and we're swimming, and there's a dead guy, bald headed, white head, look like this, bald headed, white, floating with a watch. I said, Brother Scott, I said, there's a dead man in the water. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. I was like, what? We got to get him out. And the next thing you know, I flipped to another frame, and I was inside an auditorium, and the dead guy was on the ground. Well, he got up, and he started walking towards me. And as he was walking towards me, his head was getting bigger and bigger until he got right by me. And I woke up, man, I was scared to death, bro. I was in that dark room in the middle of the Mississippi River, 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I got up and got out that doggone bunk, and I went downstairs to the galley, and I was fixing to tell the deckhand down there what I dreamed. And they called him out to tie off a bar. So he goes out, man, not even a minute later, comes in, dead man in the water, dead man in the water. And so we spotlighted, found a dead man like this, look, bald-headed dead guy floating in the water with a watch. And he was blowing up. Like, remember his head was blowing up? He was swollen. And that's why he surfaced, because the gases filled him up and he floated to the top. He was been gone 3 months. He fell off the Bell of Baton Rouge after he won $10,000, and his friend did too, trying to save him. They both died. They never found him. He floated down to Donaldsonville from Baton Rouge, and we found him.
Why is he won $10,000 and then drowned?
He was drunk, and he was out there playing on the stern of the gambling boat. Yeah, and he fell in. The Mississippi River's not nothing to play with. You don't want to follow.
No, hell no.
Yeah, Gabby. Yeah, what are y'all doing? So they both died, but he floated down to Donaldsonville. 3 months later, we found him. He got 10 grand on it. Now, come here. How the hell did I dream about that guy? And then we found him. Like, he was out there in the water. He must have been in close contact where he could sing some kind of, I don't know, but how in the hell did I dream about him? And then wake up. That's the first time and the only time I've ever found a dead guy in the water.
I met a guy that said, this is his story now. He said he fell off. He worked on the barges. He said he fell off a barge into the water. He had a safety jacket on. He said he went under on the
right there.
new bridge side of the old bridge. You know what I mean?
Highway 1.
And he said he fell off in the water on that side. He said 30 seconds later, they picked him up. They picked the bobs out of the water on the other side of the old bridge.
You're using too much data. No, I was telling her she's using too much data. Stop videoing, please. But anyway, so he was making he's trying to explain how dangerous that water was. Oh, yes, indeed, bro. Out of them barges, and on the right side is the river. Yeah. There ain't nothing to stop you from falling in there, You got to be really careful, really mindful. I'm all about safety when I'm out there.
I bet.
When I'm out there, look,
Boxer.
I get on a boat and I tell them, I say, look, I know y'all might be the mate and all this stuff, but let me explain something to you. I know everything. I know a lot. Trust me, when we get out there, just do it my way. I don't want to argue. I don't want to debate what you think is better or whatever. There's 100 different ways to do one thing, but I'm going to tell you the way to do it, the easiest way to do it, the best way to do it without having to kill yourself, because we're working with 200 pounds of rigging, a 35-foot wire like this with an eye on each end, a ratchet that's about 70 pounds, a chain strap is 45, toothpicks are 15 pounds each. We're and a treated pipe. We're out there doing nothing but slinging iron, and so there's a way you got to do it where you don't hurt yourself, where you don't kill yourself, you don't want to pin